Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to subscribe to our options trading live channel, link is below in the description. I go live 30 minutes before market open, Monday through Friday. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. Today, for me, I'm going to get into some of the plays here. I'll just tell you what I did today real quick in terms of trading. Pretty much all today. It's pretty tied up. Didn't really do anything. I'm actually down on the day about $180. I did make $10 and realized the rest will go through in a bit here just to kind of give you an update on what I did. Only $10 on DocuSign, but I'll go over that in a second here. So pretty slow day in the markets for me, and the markets were relatively slow. What I wanted to cover real quick is SPY and looking at the targets. I mean, we had a crazy end of the day pump. As you can see here, SPY pump from 306.50 all the way up to 308, and same with like the futures. If you're looking here at 30.60 up to like almost 30.80 up in here. I mean, that was crazy. But going into SPY, what I've been targeting is this area right in here, kind of seeing what's happening. That's why I've been kind of really low and slow. Yes, the money I didn't make money today. I mean, what I did realize, I realized $10 in gain, so I really didn't do anything. They really sucked the premium out of grub, and we'll go over that in a second. But so I've been kind of going really low and slow, and just kind of seeing what's going to happen around the 310, 312 area. And you can kind of see that, today was a little bit choppy in the morning. We had a rip down, then a ripped up, then a rip down, and then just very slowly all day, low volume, just was pushing up. And really, there was really no volatility. And it was just, relatively boring. So right now for SPY, I'm looking on what's going on over here, 310, 312 area. So I'm watching, seeing what's going to happen. I don't know if it's just going to bust through there, going to rip up there. But right now we're on some relatively low volume. If some volume kicks in and it's a lot of selling pressure, this thing could rip down really easily. You can kind of see already stocks like Microsoft. I mean, Microsoft ripped down hard on that gap up and ripped back up. I mean, it was a crazy day. But if you're looking at the 1 year chart, I mean, really, it's still within range, just kind of chilling, see what's going to go on. I mean, it has a little bit of fluctuation in price, dipped down to 175, 177 area, and it's ripped back up since. So, it's definitely very interesting. But what I did today, and going into tomorrow, so I did lose. I have a debit spread. We're down a little bit on this position, down 35%. I am in July expiration, so I'm not stressing it. Basically looking for a run up into July 11th when they're opening. So I'm thinking in the next few weeks, as we get closer to July here, that this thing's going to get ramped up a little bit, and maybe I'll have to average down, maybe I'll have to roll it. I'm not ready, since we have so much time. I'm not ready to play defense right now on Disney. However, Grub got, it's only down $1. But I'm down 146 on the day. This is where the most loss on the P&L day. This is where most of the loss. I was only down $50 yesterday, and today they just sucked the premium right out of Grub. And if you're looking at the chart, relatively doesn't look that bad, but they just sucked the premium right out and just try to push up. And I thought there was a high probability of that happening because it's basically at resistance. I talked about this last night. I talked about it in the live stream this morning that I want to see what happens right here, and obviously it closed lower. However, if you're looking at the chart, it's still within range, so that's why I didn't do anything with it. I'm just going to kind of chill, see what happens. Sure, I could have closed it out for a $50 loss, and I've already made $50 already in credit, so I was short a call, and I bought that back. So I'm actually only down in the position on Grub like 160 right now, so not 210. Because I've already collected the premium back, and now I just have some calls. So I'm basically, I made $48 off that, so I'm down, let's just call it $160 right now. So I was break even yesterday when this ramped up, and then today it just had a slow grind and they sucked the premium right out. Yes, it did go lower, but it only moved $1 lower, and I'm at 42 delta right now. So 42 delta for 42 delta in it to move down $1. 42 delta, as you can see here, 43 delta. It moved down $1, and they just sucked the premium out. Implied volatility went down. So that's the game. That's the game. Now, DocuSign, I'll get into Zoom here. DocuSign, what I did wrong here, let me show you real quick. DocuSign, I bought it for $9.80 at 12.03. I bought the 145 call, sold it for $9.90 about two and a half hours later. And looking at DocuSign, now DocuSign, I'm probably going to be trading this. DocuSign has earnings Thursday after market close along with Slack. I'm going to be looking in Slack right now as well. But DocuSign, I've been trading this pretty regularly. You guys been noticing. But DocuSign, what happened was I bought it at 12.03, which was right on this candle here. It started to ramp up. It ramped up, and what did I do? I was up 13%. I didn't sell. And then when it was coming back here into the close, 2.5, I was up $10. I didn't want to hold it overnight. I didn't want to hold DocuSign and Zoom overnight together. So I said, I'm going to close DocuSign, just kind of be a wash. I mean, I didn't execute. And this is what happens. You don't take your profits. I mean, I didn't lose money, but I could have made $150 instead of making 10. So I would definitely prefer to make $150 over $10 any day. And what I did here was I didn't sell. And that's what happened. So I'm looking at DocuSign. I mean, the trend is still your friend here. I mean, it's just had a massive rip up. It was kind of going back between red and green all day, and it closed up only 46 cents on the day. Gapped up, opened up around 152 and came all the way down to 141. So this is definitely a mover. Volume's not the best in DocuSign, so you want to be careful about that. So just be careful of your exits and your entries, and just make sure that you stay disciplined, because as you see here, I didn't take profits in here. Could have made $150. Instead, I only made $10. I didn't lose on it, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to say here. Now, Zoom, I am currently in Zoom. It is down $10 at the close. Now, Zoom, let me just pull it up on here before we get into my trade. Now, Zoom, let me just refresh this. So Zoom's revenue growth picked up significantly during the quarter. The company more than doubled its revenue guidance for the fiscal year as well. So they doubled the guidance. Many people have flocked to Zoom in recent months to virtually meet with colleagues, blah, blah, blah. We already know that. And so basically they reported revenue growth of 169%, but the stock is already up 200% this year. I mean, it's just wild. So for me, I thought it was relatively priced in on Zoom. And Zoom right now is at 201. It's ripped up as high as 223. But if you're looking at the one-year chart, I mean, we're quite a bit extended. Sure, this could have really squeezed. It could have popped, and the earnings was great. But I've been trading a lot of these types of earnings and just being neutral on it and just sucking out that premium. The premium on this was at 161% implied volatility on Thinkorswim. On Tastyworks, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I had Tastyworks still up. I apologize. But you can kind of see here, right now it's at 202. While I'm talking about Zoom, it was a little bit overextended here. And I definitely apologize for that. It's been a rough week, guys. We're getting through. But Zoom, what the trade that I did is I got a $20.45 credit. And what Zoom looks like right in here, just pop this back. What Zoom looks like, what this trade looks like right in here is I sold, so I got a $20.45 credit. So I got a pretty big credit for it. And I sold the 210 call, sold the 210 put, bought the 180 put, and I bought the 240 call. So I have a 30 wide strike wings on each side, sold at the money, just looking to sell some, just kind of suck some premium out. And right now it's at 204. I was looking for it to stay flat. And the trade idea behind this, if we look at the analysis board here, kind of going into tomorrow. And let me actually lower some implied volatility here. Let me just, right now it's at 180%. Let me just bring it down to 140%, so we get a little premium crush going into tomorrow. So what I'm looking at here tomorrow, if it opens up around the like 20, what is it at right now? It's at 205. So right now, if it opens up around 205, it's saying theoretically I'm gonna make around like 440 bucks. My risk on this was 960 bucks, 970 bucks. My risk on there, and you can kind of see where I'll start making money, where I'll lose money, and I'll start losing money if it dips down to like the 188. I'll start losing money. That's kind of my break evens, what 188 area, 189, and to the upside, my break even is around 234, 235 area is my break even. So anywhere between 188, 189, and 235 area, where this is gonna be the green zone, depending on how much closer to these depends on how much money I'll make. But right now, it closed at 208. Currently, as you can see here, it's trading at 205. So we have a long way to go. Like, you don't want to celebrate. It's like, oh man, you're gonna make $400, $500 on this trade. Like, you don't celebrate until the position is closed and you're done. But that's the power of selling options through earnings. I mean, implied volatility was high, it ran a lot, and that was a strategy that I took to make this trade. And we'll see tomorrow morning in the live stream if I pull this off our profit. Right now they're having the conference call right now. This is what this means. Well, it's dipping down a little bit. It started 6 minutes ago, so we'll see what happens. But right now, I mean, Zoom was expected to have a $27 move, plus or minus to the upside or to the downside, right? And Zoom is currently only down $2, down $2-3 right now. So that's gonna crush premium a lot if it sticks around here. Sorry, bang my ring on the desk here. If it stays flat, best case scenario for me, we're making $500-600, and it was a relatively low risk trade. So that is where I'm gonna be looking at also for like DocuSign and Slack. I mean, they're all kind of the same. If you're looking at work, which is Slack, I mean, a little bit overextended. However, it's not a 52-week high or all-time high for it. I mean, it's still trying to push up there. It's been on quite the run this whole week up into earnings, and we'll see what happens. I don't know if I want to trade it though. We'll see. We'll see how Zoom goes tomorrow, if we get burned or not. But I mean, it's a relatively low risk trade. I have a bunch of room on either side right now because it's basically flat. So we'll see what happens. If you watched this video to the end, watch to the end, hit the like button. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us for certain.